What is up, guys? It's your girl Mylena coming back with another video. So today we are going to be ranking my jobs and the jobs that I've had. So yeah, let's get into it.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her.
So the first job that I ever worked was Hornbachers, and I was a bagger. So rating that 1 out of 10 is giving a 10. I like that job actually. It was really fun. And it was my first experience of having a job, so I can't rate it low. Little Caesars. So I worked at Little Caesars because pretty much everybody at my school applied for Little Caesars and ended up getting the job. And I did work with some really fun people. So I'm gonna give it a 2 though, because the management, they wasn't giving what they should have gave. Okay, the manager was super creepy, and he would like go through our lockers, like the female lockers, and like if you caught him, he would be like, "Oh, what is this?" Like he would look through our bags. So 2 for sure. Taco Bell was the best 3 years of my life. Okay, I met the most amazing people at Taco Bell. Also the most interesting people. But I loved taking the like outside orders. And I remember when I first started working at Taco Bell, I would be so scared to like take orders or whatever. They're like, "You're gonna do great," and I'm like, "But I'm really not. Like, I don't know what I'm doing." And then I became really awesome at it. So yeah. So that's a 10. We're gonna get them a 10 per. Don's Car Wash. We're giving them a 1. We're rating them a 1. Okay. I worked with my best friend and her boyfriend. It was awesome. Like working together with them or whatever, because I get to see my best friend every single day. The other workers, it was not fun. Chipotle, I'm gonna get them a 7. When I worked at Chipotle, we had like this tight-knit looking like family or whatever for the morning crew, so I really like that. And it's kind of hard to find that within jobs, so if you do find it, keep it as long as you can. But don't forget to drink your water. Yeah, so I really like that one. Like, but I'm gonna give them a 7 because there was some background stuff that happened, and it's just like can't really rank them high. Then I did this cleaning service. So yeah, I did this cleaning service for this lady. She used to come and pick me up from school and stuff, and then I would help her clean and all that stuff. So yeah, that was a really good job. Her and her husband were awesome. Give it a 10. It was really fun. She was super sweet. I can't complain like at all. I worked at the college here. I'm gonna give it a 10 and a 4. So a 14 in a way. So the first half of it, I'll give it a 10 because when I first started working there, the lady that trained me, oh my gosh, if you're watching this, just know I love you. She was the best trainer person. She's the best trainer that I've ever had. Super sweet, very outgoing, bubbly personality. Like the list goes on. And she was so sweet. Like you come in the morning and you hear her laugh. Like she's always laughing, always smiling. Just so amazing. I cannot tell you. Like I can't. Like she was literally amazing. And then on top of that, it made it easier. So when people did come in and help us in our area or whatever, she was super nice and sweet to them. Like she never had like a bad bone in her body. Like she'd be sick and she would still be like so sweet to you. So yeah, love her. And then when she left us. I still cry about it to this day. But no, when she left us, that hurt me. It hit right here, okay? But it kind of changed. Like the dynamic of the whole thing just kind of changed. So it was like because now I was the person that like doing everything because she wasn't there anymore, and then I had to kind of keep it up. So yeah, and I couldn't fill her shoes. Like there was no possible way that I could fill her shoes. And then So then yeah, that's a 4. That's why I give it a 4. Valley Bus. So I'm gonna give Valley, what did I give it? I gave Valley an 8. The only reason I gave Valley an 8 is because I'm still working there, and like that's how I was feeling in the moment of me typing it. But like, yeah, it's an 8. No, but I like the job a lot. I really like the people that I work with, and I also like the kids that I have. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. Overall, it's a really good job. I really like it. I give it an 8. 9 times out of 10, I would give it a 10 out of 10, but I feel like in that moment, I gave it an 8. We're gonna keep it at 8 because that's how I'm feeling today. Alfio Solutions, I gave it a 5. You really never know what you're gonna get when you get on a phone call with somebody. So you can have somebody that's super sweet and then just explain the situation that's going on with them. You can have somebody that's super angry that you're calling them. You just really never know, and like, everybody tries to do their best of like finding ways to make you like feel comfortable so that you can talk to these people. I do think that when I first started, because it was my first time doing a call center job, I was very scared and like nervous, but once I got used to it and everything, it was so much easier. But I did learn a lot of stuff that I did not know about like call center jobs and like collecting and like all that stuff. And I also met some awesome people. Like there's 2 people, and y'all, the 2 people that I'm talking about, y'all gonna know right off. Like y'all gonna know. Shout out to y'all, cause y'all made work so much easier and like so much fun for me every day. Wex Health. So I gave this 9. The only reason I gave it a 9 and not a 10 is because I wasn't there that long. Like I was there, well, I wouldn't say I wasn't there at the job itself that long, but I wasn't in the office that long. So I can't really rate any of the workers, and I can't really rate like, I mean, I can rate the management that I had. The management team that I had was awesome. Like I freaking loved them. They were goofy, they were super nice, like it was pretty lit. Like if I called them, like I could call them and just vent to them about a call that I had that stressed me out, and they would like take a deep breath. Like once you're good to go back on the phones, then you'll go back on the phones. But like they were super nice and super sweet. So I give them a 9 because I can't really say anything negative about them. Then I have babysitting. So I babysat for one family, and they were super sweet. They like took care of my entire stuff for prom and like helped me out so much through like my whole prom process or whatever. So I give them 1 to 1,000. I'm at 1,000. Okay. And I still talk to the family to this day. I still go to her birthday parties every year. Don't miss a year. Mom and dad, like I love the family. Like I'm pretty much family. They're pretty much my family. We're connected forever. It's not gonna go away. Fun babysitting. I really did. We used to go on walks and stuff. I'll never forget. We went on a walk. It was just me and her, and we went to the library, and I was looking at books, and she was like on the side, and she was playing with like this little puzzle thing, you know how you like match the animals. She was playing with that, and this lady comes out of nowhere. Like I had never seen this lady in my life, and she was like, "Oh, hi, so and so," and I'm like, "Excuse me, who are you exactly?" So I ran over there, and I was like, "Hi," and she was like, "Oh yeah, we're so and so's other babysitter," and I'm like, "Okay, have a good day." Like, don't be coming over here. Like, no, that's so creepy. And then my phone was acting weird, so when I got back to their house, her mom was like, "Hey, did you guys go to the library today?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like how do you know that?" And I forgot the lady had said that because I was so worried that like I was worried about the fact that she came up. I was so worried about her coming up to the little girl. So that's what, like, I didn't really think that, you know. And so she was like, "Yeah, my friend saw you and she said you handled the whole situation perfectly." And like, she's like, "Thank you for taking care of our little girl," like all this stuff. And I'm like, "No problem, but like tell her not to do that no more." Cause we don't play that where I come from. You just can't be walking up on people's kids like that. Then I have youth works. I worked at youth works for a good minute. Like I was going to go to school for social work, and so because of that, it helped me. Like when I got this job, it kind of helped me kind of figure out what I was gonna do. so during the time of me working at YouthWorks, I ended up getting a full-time job or full-time position at Chipotle. But during that time, I was going to be graduating high school, and from high school, I was supposed to be going to college. And so I really did not have the time anymore to do the YouthWorks position anymore. And I did street outreach for them, and it was so fun. But because of that, like that whole transitioning period, trying to make sure and balance out everything, that's why I left. But I gave it a 10 out of 10 because I really liked that job. It was so awesome. I had like the best kids, and I got to see some of the same kids every week. Just going to different places, and then the people that I worked with, like my management team, like, oh, they were awesome. Yeah. I would like bring food in, and I would have food, and I don't know, like any days that I wasn't in school and they were still open, like I got to go there and work and put in extra hours and sit in meetings and stuff like that. So I got to learn a lot from each individual that worked there, on different like things. It was very good, and it was very eye-opening because that's something that I wanted to do. Like I wanted to help youth, and I couldn't do that with no knowledge. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. I have Express. I gave Express 10 out of 10. I love that job because I got to dress up all the time. Like I used to look so cute constantly. Her Burgers. Now, I liked Her Burgers because I did get to work with my friends, and I met one of my closest friends at her. Well, I didn't really meet her at Her Burgers. We kind of reconnected, which is crazy because she didn't like me. Like I met her at T-Mobile, and I would come in there like every paycheck, and she'd be like, this girl is always here. But I would always get a new accessory or something for my phone or whatever it may be. So I was always at T-Mobile. And then she really didn't like me because of who I was. Like I just was loud and crazy, and like, yeah, that's just my personality. It's always been my personality. It's always gonna be my personality. I don't feel like it's gonna change at any point in time. But y'all get the gist. So she started working at Her Burgers. I ended up starting working at Her Burgers, and then we became really good friends. And we're still good friends to this day. So shout out to you because you already know who you are. But yeah, so Her Burgers, I gave a 3 though because they was really on one. And I think it's because of the simple fact that I started that job during the worst possible time of the year. And I started 3 or 4 days before Black Friday. And they didn't train me on any tills or anything like that. So what they taught me was really like the bare minimum or whatever. So when I first started, I'm like, oh, this job is super easy because they're having me hand out bags for people to put their stuff in, so then they don't have to use carts and all that other stuff. And this is pre-COVID. So yeah, and then they taught us like how to find stuff or how to like mark stuff to see if it's there or not, or find stuff to see if it's there or not. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3 because it didn't give what it should have gave until later on, and then after that there was nothing to give because they was closed. Taco John's. I went to Taco John's for a week. A week, y'all. Which I thought I could do it, but I didn't have no car. I had to walk. I didn't have no bike. I had to walk. It was freezing cold outside. I had to walk. I had to walk to Taco John's. You don't understand. I couldn't take a bus because there was no bus that went that way. I mean, it was, but the thing about it was I would have had to get on the bus 2 hours before. So I would have to get on the bus, go to the bus station, which is way out of the way, then go back to the south. It just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. And I got grossed out a lot about a lot of stuff. So I was just like, I can't work here. No. Yeah, I got grossed out because they had me doing dishes. Yeah. Which is crazy because I worked at Granite City. And I'm gonna give that, what I'm gonna get at? I'm gonna get at, because I didn't even put it on this list. But now that I realize it, yeah, I'm gonna give Granite City a 2. Because of the simple fact, I was washing dishes, okay? They had me trained by someone who didn't speak English at all. Yeah, let's just start there. the guy didn't speak English, so I would just have to point at stuff and just kind of figure out what he was trying to say to me. And he was super nice though, like he was a super nice guy. Then the chef, okay? This fool marinates chicken, okay? In this little bucket or tub or whatever you marinate the chicken in, okay? Then, let me tell you what he did. Instead of just putting it simply over in one spot. No, you know what he did? Let me tell you what he did, y'all. I'm gonna tell you what he did. He threw it. He threw it. And you know what was in that bucket? Chicken juice. Chicken juice. So you know what ended up happening? My Lindo was covered in chicken juice because he, instead of just walking over and sitting it down, he threw it across the room. So now I have chicken juice all over me. And good thing I was going to my mom's house that night to do laundry and I had clothes in my car. Because if I didn't, I would have had to sit there with chicken juice all day. No, see, a 2. But the food was really good there. Like, I will not flex. They cooked some real good food. No lie. I didn't meet anybody there, so yeah, that's why I'm giving it a 2, because I literally didn't meet anybody. Like, I knew the manager, like the manager that hired me, and that was it. At one point they were gonna switch me over from doing dishes to like cooking the food or like prepping the food, but that just never happened. So yeah. Doordash, I'm gonna give it a 10. I really like Doordash because I can basically set my own schedule. Super easy. You're basically just picking up people's food. My favorite Doordash of all time would probably be when I delivered a bouquet of flowers with a balloon to a mom who just had their baby. They had a little boy. So that was probably my favorite Doordash. But it was kind of awkward because the lady didn't know not the lady that I got the flowers for, didn't know, but the lady, when I went into the store to get the flowers, they were so confused and they were like, we don't do Doordash here. And I'm like, but you do, so I'm gonna need that. So yeah. But then they figured it out and it worked. So that's my favorite. And also with Doordash, I can drive around a lot. So if like I'm in my head way too much in a week, then I can just stop Doordash and I'm not in my head because I'm like playing music and I'm kind of just like doing my own little thing or whatever. So it's good. And then I make extra money. And then we have Shipt. I did Shipt a few times, and it's super easy. It's kind of like DoorDash, but instead, like I would go to like not restaurants, but I would go to like Target, Walmart, all those different places. The first week that I decided to do Shipt, I had this guy order like 6 stacks of like the big huge boxes of printer paper, and I have like a small car, so I had to figure out how to maneuver and get all of these boxes in one little car. That's number 1. And number 2, I had to drive them there, okay? Then I get to this hotel, so it was at a hotel where I had to deliver it, and of course they're super busy, so I had to take all 6 boxes and bring them in by myself. Do you know that was a workout? That was a full workout or whatever, but they tipped me well, so that was good. But then when they wasn't busy and I had like 3 boxes left, nobody at the counter came and helped. So I'm giving Shipt an 8 for that. But because of it, I'm dropping their number to 4. Okay? Because they did me dirty. They did me clean dirty, y'all. You heard me? Dirty. Then we're gonna say these donuts. That's the last one on the list. And I scrolled out, so I gave Sandy's a 2. When I worked at Sandy's, I was really depressed. I wouldn't say it wasn't Sandy's fault at all that I was depressed. I did it because I had to. Like, I needed the money, so that's why I did it. But like, I think want to believe that if I wasn't depressed and I wasn't in a really bad mental state at the time, that I think that job would have worked perfectly for me. During the time I met some people there, I did not like anybody there at the time. Like, I literally hated everybody. But then I met them outside of work, and that kind of changed my viewpoint on them. So yeah. But that would be the me rating my jobs. Like, I hope this has some type of insight on the places that I've worked. I think I've named all of them. If I've worked with you and I didn't name one, let me know, because I can't remember. But yeah, so that's that on that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, because every time you hit that notification bell, you get a video of me. Also, every Sunday we are doing a live on YouTube, so you can find me here every Sunday at 6 p.m. And I will be going live for Sims at 4. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a new channel or not, but I think I'm just gonna do it on this one since everybody's already here. So don't forget to catch me on Sunday. See ya. Bye.
Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her. You see her walking down the boulevard.